The Ultimate Bartender's Guide to Football Watching in Las Vegas. Where to catch every down in 2025. Listen up, football fans. I've poured drinks and watched games at every joint worth mentioning in this town, from the glitzy strip to the neighborhood dives that locals guard like state secrets. After 15 years slinging cocktails and calling plays from behind the bar, here's where you need to be when that pigskin's in the air. The heavy hitters, casino sportsbooks. That'll blow your mind, Circa Sports. Holy heck, if you haven't experienced football at Circa, you're doing it wrong. This downtown beast houses the world's largest sportsbook. We're talking 78 million pixels of pure football heaven across a 3-story video wall that'll make your living room setup look like a flip phone. The Stadium Swim Amphitheater transforms into football paradise on Sundays, complete with poolside betting and drinks that don't cost your firstborn child. I've watched grown men weep at the sheer beauty of this place during a fourth quarter comeback. The food? Solid pub grub that won't break the bank with burgers around $16 that'll actually fill you up. Westgate SuperBook, the granddaddy of them all and still swinging hard after all these years. This 30,000 square foot cathedral of sports has been hosting the serious bettors since before half these other places were even blueprints. What sets Westgate apart isn't just the massive screens or the comfortable seating, it's the atmosphere. You've got your season ticket holders who treat their bar stools like sacred ground, mixed with tourists losing their minds over their first Vegas football Sunday. The drink prices are reasonable for the Strip, and their wings are legitimately some of the best you'll find in a sportsbook. South Point. Here's your sleeper pick, folks. Tucked away from the Strip chaos, South Point's Race and Sportsbook is where the locals who actually know what they're doing come to watch games. The screens are massive, the seating is comfortable, and you won't feel like you need a second mortgage to grab a beer and some hot dogs. This place gets slept on because it's not flashy, but I've seen more authentic celebrations here than anywhere else. Plus, parking is free. And in Vegas, that's basically found money. Charley's at Wynn. Now we're talking high-end comfort. Charley's isn't your typical sportsbook experience. It's more like watching the game in the world's fanciest living room. The screens are crystal clear, the leather chairs are butter soft, and the service is white glove. Yeah, you'll pay for the privilege, but sometimes you want to watch your team in style. Their short rib sliders are ridiculous, and the old-fashioned cocktails are crafted like they're going to a competition. This is where you take the in-laws when you want to impress. George Sportsman Lounge at Durango. The new kid on the block that's already earned its stripes. Station Casinos knows how to do neighborhood sports bars, right? And George is their masterpiece. Multiple big screens, comfortable seating, and prices that won't make you choose between watching the game and paying rent. What I love about this spot is the mix. You've got your local regulars who know everyone's drink order, mixed with folks discovering what a proper neighborhood sportsbook feels like. The loaded nachos could feed a small army, and they do a mean breakfast burrito for those early East Coast kickoffs. The neighborhood heroes, where locals rule and everyone's welcome. Johnny Mac's. Let me tell you about Henderson's crown jewel. Johnny Mac's is what happens when someone does everything right in the sports bar business. This place has earned its reputation the hard way. One game at a time, one satisfied customer at a time, since 1983. The screens are strategically placed so you never miss a play. The sound system is dialed in perfect, and the crowd is a beautiful mix of die-hard locals and folks who've discovered what a real neighborhood spot feels like. What sets Johnny Mac's apart is the consistency. Great service, solid food that doesn't try to be fancy but nails the fundamentals, and prices that make sense. Their game day atmosphere is infectious without being overwhelming, and I've never seen a bartender there who didn't know their craft inside and out. Big Dog's Brewery and Sports Grill. This place has soul, and you can taste it in everything they do. Big Dogs isn't trying to be the biggest or the fanciest. They're trying to be the best at making you feel like you're watching the game at your buddy's house, if your buddy had a full bar and made killer buffalo chicken dip. The owner's usually there, knows half the customers by name, and the other half by their drink order. Wings are cooked perfect every time, and their game day specials actually save you money instead of just sounding good on paper. Sporting Life Bar raw, authentic, and absolutely no pretense. This is where bartenders go on their days off, which should tell you everything you need to know. The crowd here lives and dies with their teams, and the energy during big games is electric. The bar top has nostalgia, taken from an old YMCA parquet floor in Los Angeles. Don't expect fancy cocktails or artisanal anything. Expect cold beer, strong drinks, and food that's designed to soak up alcohol and fill your stomach. Their chili cheese fries are legendary among the late-night crowd. Steiner's Nevada-style pub. A proper Midwest-feeling neighborhood bar in the best possible way. Steiner's has been holding it down for locals since before craft cocktails were a thing, and they're not changing now. Dark wood, neon beer signs, and the kind of atmosphere where strangers become friends by halftime. The bartenders here are old school. They remember your drink, they know when to talk and when to let you watch the game, and they pour with a happy hour hand. The game day promotions are fun, and the place has you leaving saying, "I love this place." The front yard clean, comfortable, and consistently good. The front yard is like the reliable friend who always comes through. They've got solid screens throughout, decent food that won't surprise you but won't disappoint either, and a crowd that's there for the right reasons. Touted in the front of the Ellis Island Casino, the front yard offers exceptional food value so close to the strip. This is your go-to when you want to watch the game without drama, without breaking the bank, and without wondering if you're going to get a good seat. Wynn Stadium, the sleeper hit of the off-strip scene. Wynn Stadium looks unassuming from the outside, but step inside during game day and you'll understand why locals pack this place. The energy is infectious, the screens are positioned perfectly so there's not a bad seat in the house, and the food punches way above its weight class. In the shadows of Allegiant Stadium, a great place to pre-party on Raiders game day, or if the weather is nice, enjoy the space with its wide-open spaciousness and big garage doors. Their game day pizza specials are the real deal, and the beer selection is better than most places twice their size. Rum Runner. The Woody Wildcard bar that smells of all thing cheese, perhaps the most acknowledged Packers bar in the city that somehow works perfectly for football. Don't let the East Tropicana location fool you. When kickoff happens, this place transforms into a football sanctuary. The crowd here is eclectic in the best way. The drinks are basic and strong, and they do things like themed cocktails for different teams that are actually worth ordering. It's different, it's fun, and it's the kind of place that makes Vegas special. The bottom line from behind the bar. After pouring drinks through countless seasons, overtime heartbreaks, and championship celebrations, here's what I know. The best football watching spot isn't necessarily the one with the biggest screen or the fanciest setup. It's the one where you feel comfortable, where the staff knows what they're doing, and where the crowd enhances the experience instead of detracting from it. Whether you're dropping serious cash at Charley's or nursing 2 beers on happy hour at Steiner's, the magic happens when your team scores and everyone around you either celebrates or commiserates together. That's what Vegas football watching is really about. Finding your tribe for 3 hours on a Saturday, Sunday, then doing it all over again next week. Now quit reading and go claim your spot. Kickoff's in an hour and the good seats go fast. Sip, socialize, shine. Vegas Day drinkers, capos, Chris and Darren.